There are three things a victim of abuse must do when living in daily contact with a narcissistic psychopath. First, the victims must cut emotionally. Second, they must leave. And finally, they must focus on themselves. Like many people who endure emotional or physical predation, I always knew I had to do something about it. I always knew I had to change. People feel a dull pain, a sense that something is wrong, even if they can't name it. They notice the blatant daily disrespect of certain individuals who don't even try to hide it. Contempt disguised as affection buttered into them, to soften the pebbles them must swallow daily. They feel the vampirism happening. And when they start searching for some kind of light or clarity, they look everywhere. Books, Google, here on YouTube. I did that too, and that is completely valid. The problem is that 90% of what I found only screwed me even more. Think about it. Most advice about leaving abusive situations is built on voodoo nonsense and magical thinking, meditations, visualizations, spiritual bypassing. But nothing damaged me more than the idea that I had to forgive, that somehow my forgiveness would magically change the abusive patterns I was exposed to. Breaking news: no, they won't change. Not only will vampires not stop being vampires, but you, the victim, will be convinced to sit even more comfortably on the couch so you can be drained again, and again, and again. No, you should not be grateful. No, you should not forgive. Not yet. They are killing you slowly. You are not angry enough. In my opinion, anyone who spreads so-called mental coaching based on fluffy stories of love in the sky, attract and vibrate, forgiveness, understanding, visualizing the abuser's sad childhood, should be in prison, at the very least. I lived through years of terror, and I have no idea how many people right now are living in fear, believing they are broken, believing they exist only to be beaten down, believing nothing will ever change. But I know the colors of your pain. Believe me, I really freaking do. So before giving any advice to those going through the same thing, I say this clearly: stay away from fucking new age shit. I cannot stress this enough. That garbage cost me years of life, health, and financial independence. When I should have been emotionally cutting off my family, the coach said, visualize a rainbow connecting you to your family lineage. They said, imagine your parents saying loving words to your inner child. Yeah, right. Except they never did anything like that. I just wished, and nobody is going to pity you for that. Au contraire. They predated even more on my pain. I was simply trying to dull a pain that was tearing me apart, and that pain exists for a reason. It should not be silenced with mental tricks or drugs. Move your ass and take action. You will not emotionally detach if you keep making excuses for other people's cruelty. You have nothing to do with them. We all have free will. No one forced them. A person's actions reveal their character. And character is not something you ignore. Ignoring someone's character puts you in real danger. Do not ignore the character of someone who is trying to devour you for breakfast. You don't need treatment. They do. I don't care what constellation theory coaches say. You need to cut deep. This is the hardest step and the most necessary. Are they your family? Not anymore. Real family doesn't do this. Are they your only friends? Nope. Better alone than dragging dead weight through your life. Is it your spouse? Are you sure that loyalty goes both ways? Want me to lend you a pen to sign the divorce papers? Is your child humiliating you publicly while draining your money? Maybe it's time they learn what life is like without you. Is your workplace full of constant harassment, disrespect, and unnecessary stress? Why are you silent? Take action. These people are killing you. No one can think rationally or critically while surrounded by draining belief systems. You need action. You need defense. New Age beliefs only reinforce mental and emotional spells, and these spells are the #1 cause of passivity, acceptance, and even complicity with abusers. They bind you like ropes and gags, anesthetizing you emotionally until you can no longer breathe in that toxic environment. Second, you need to leave immediately, but chances are you won't, because you were convinced that the little monsters draining you somehow depend on you, even if they are treating you like a stupid doormat. You feel guilt. In fact, you are regulated by guilt. Fascinating, isn't it? And here's the cherry on top. Even those who manage to physically leave, if their minds are still hijacked by these lethal theories, will keep sending money, keep rushing to rescue, keep offering emotional availability, keep saying, yes, I will be there. So, when I talk about leaving, I mean physical absence. I mean total absence. Without emotional detachment, physical absence is impossible. And under New Age mind control, you won't even manage to leave. You will need your total energy to leave. In this phase, if you give attention to spirituality nonsense, you will jeopardize all the efforts you've made before. Third, focus is on you. That energy that was focused outward, on others, now belongs to you, and only to you. The guilt is gone. The lying mental spells are gone, the ones that made you believe your abuser was your best friend or your loving parent. Without that trash, you suddenly have time and energy. Do not waste it thinking about others. Forbid yourself from giving a single thought to the garbage of the past. Spend it on yourself, on becoming better, on being happy, on learning new things, on finally smiling. You might even become wealthy without that garbage dragging behind you, and have you thought about that? Build something that gives power back to you, something that gives you sovereignty. Use this renewed energy to rebuild yourself, as a man, as a woman, to take care of your health, your appearance, your strength, to replace stress with joy and well-being. Build something that depends on no one, or as little as possible. Be the CEO of your own life. Fire and hire accordingly. And yes, judge people. Judge them carefully. Evaluate the character of those you allow into your life and under your roof. What is this nonsense of don't judge so you won't be judged? What the hell? We judge rapists. We judge murderers. We judge thieves. We judge liars. We judge psychopaths and narcissists too. So keep your eyes open when inviting new people into your future bright life. According to New Age spirituality, we are the bad ones. Machiavellian, they say. They want us to be nice. What did being nice get you with fundamentally corrupt humans? Is staying silent nice? Is not exposing abuse nice? Or is it complicity? All humans need firm boundaries. They need respect and care. And it is only fair to be treated with courtesy and love when you give that, and more, to others. In today's world, abuse has reached epidemic levels, causing immeasurable pain, economic loss, illness, and death. These theories appear and flourish precisely when victims most need collective liberation. They promote passivity, avoidance, emotional anesthesia, and silence, keeping abusers safely camouflaged. They make you weak and easy to prey on. They keep you trapped, dependent on endless therapy and treatment. This is what I wish someone had told me before my parents used me to build their house, only to leave me homeless afterwards. You come first. Take care of yourself first. Strengthen yourself first. Gain power and protection. Your energy and efforts should serve you first, and others second if, and only if, they prove worthy. After you have power, after you have money, after you have comfort, respect, a beautiful home, and a life you don't need to escape from. After you build healthy boundaries, then, yes, then you can forgive. Then yes, you can visualize butterflies and rainbows. I ask you, please, move and take action. In future episode, I will explain how to take action and what I have done to leave the nastiest situation, being sick and broken. I would love to hear your thoughts about this. Leave them on the comments. See you in the next chapter of my life. Yours truly, Artemisia.